Second game in 2 nights for the Sheffield Steelers. They were ready, 5,800 in the stands as the Sheffield Steelers took on the arch enemy. Yes, Craig Kowalski and the Nottingham Panthers were in town. Just a colossal game. Look who else was back in the building. David Beauregard making just his second appearance. Gallivan was out of the lineup. Beauregard was in. The best possible start for the visitors. Miscommunication. De Caro loses the puck behind the goal. Matthew Myers sends it out in front. Jordan Fox fires into the gaping empty net. 55 seconds in, the Panthers led by a 1-0. Johnny gets caught with it. Matthew Myers sends it out. No messing for Jordan Fox. It was 1-0 to the Panthers. The Sheffield Steelers went hunting though. They drove, and Michelle causing havoc as the Steelers drove forward. Hewitt as well involved. Stevie Lee's going to the penalty box for that. There's some pushing and some shoving afterwards. Wilson and Ferguson exchange words, but that was to be later. On the Sheffield Steelers power play, could they make it 1-1? Keep your eye on Tyler Michelle. He's the man on the puck now. Sends it into traffic, picks up on a loose rebound. It ricocheted off the Panthers goalie and defenseman. Michelle picks it up first and sends it to the back of the net. Johnny on the spot is Tyler Michelle. He makes it 1-1. You'll see it again on the super slow-mo. Kowalski's stick, Jordan Fox's stick. And then here comes Tyler Michelle to make it 1 apiece. How good's that slow motion camera? Well, the Sheffield Steelers were back in it, but not for long. Benedict does great work. Keep your eye on Bruce Graham. Shoots, scores. The Panthers led by 2-1. Graham was to have a 3-point night in the Motorpoint Arena. And after a slow start, he's on fire right now. So that was at the end of the first period. 1 goal to come in the second session. Went the way of Ryan Finnerty's side. Top of your picture will be Sean Limpride, who just gets a tip on Gertson's shot. Deflects past Kowalski and the Sheffield Steelers. And Stevenson looks happy, doesn't he? Made it 2-2. Great tip there from Limpride. He drove the net. And Sean Limpride, congratulated by his teammates, congratulated by the thousands in the arena, made it 2-2, and it looked like it was going into overtime, but a controversial winner for the Nottingham Panthers. David Clark would score it, but what happens just moments before Clark scores? Matthew Myers sends a puck in. Keep your eye on David Clark, 5 for the Panthers, comes out, clashes with Mark Thomas, the high stick catches Thomas in the mouth, not called by the referee. David Clark free then to shoot and score. Thomas received treatment. You can't quite see it, it's just happened off camera there. Clark takes Thomas out. And then, well, David Clark just doesn't miss from there, does he? It was a bouncing, a bobbly one. De Caro couldn't get any of it. And Clark makes it 3-2. The Sheffield Steelers then looking in the final 5 minutes for an equalising goal. They threw everything at Kowalski. It wasn't to be though. And on the rush, the Nottingham Panthers would grab a 4th. The nemesis that is David Ling beats De Caro stick side. David Ling makes it 4-2. Are those the points that will take the Panthers to a championship? Well, many think they could be. Sheffield 7 points back on the Nottingham Panthers now with 17 games to play. Well, that was a goal scoring, but it had to happen, didn't it? And there's Ferguson clashing with Wilson, and this all stems from the game on the 27th of December. These two just had to fight it out. Oh, what a scrap they both gave us. 2 tough men, but Ferguson lands a couple of bombs, and he cuts Wilson. Wilson lands on top at the end of the fight. They were both dispatched to the dressing room. Kelsey Wilson for the Panthers. Ferguson, look at that, bang, a left hand. And that's the one that cut Wilson. The crackerjack of a punch. And a good scrap to send us home with, but it was a frustrated and, let me say, annoyed Ryan Finnerty that we caught up with afterwards. Ryan can see in the eyes just anger, disappointment and emotion running through you. Horrible way to lose a game.
Yeah, no, it is. You know, and all too familiar now. This club has never ever once said we lost because of the reffing. We did this, and look for excuses. We've never pulled excuses when we lost, but like I said, it was a frustrating game for both sides. I think we canceled each other out, a 2-2 game. Not a whole lot of chances. Obviously, our special teams would have liked to have capitalized a bit better, but same thing. We killed off every penalty kill we needed to do, every power play we killed off. But to lose a game like that, it's so obvious what happened. Tomo's gash, his face and teeth are gone, and the guy sitting out front, our guy's bleeding on the ice, and 3 guys. It's a major penalty. 3 guys can't see it. And it's game over. So again, the ref and the 2 linesmen are going to dictate how this game ends, and that's what happened tonight. It's a joke. Then they tell me they'll review it after. Well, we've seen how that review comes out. He'll get about a 5-minute suspension. It's not even a suspension. What are you going to do? What are you going to review? Unfortunately, we lose that way. Can't blame anybody. Can't blame the guy. Can't fault the effort. It was a tough. There wasn't a lot of room out there for both sides, and would have been nice if they let the teams dictate who won the game, but unfortunately they don't. So.
And of course, without that 3rd goal, there wouldn't have been a 4th.
Oh God, we get 4 guys caught up ice because we're pressing, and they get a 3-on-2. Like, that's the other thing is, trust me, that goal doesn't go in. We don't have that many guys up front, and get caught. So, yeah. I just don't understand. I just don't understand when 18 guys jump up on our bench and go, holy, what just happened? And the linesman who can make the call doesn't do anything. Just sits there. They cop out all the time behind they didn't see it. And unfortunately, it's all too familiar, but it's the first time in my career I've ever been this frustrated. And I feel bad. I feel bad for every guy in there. We've clawed our way back. We deserve better. And everybody who comes here, nobody cares. Nobody wants to see a ref dictate the way the game's going to end. And unfortunately, tonight, that's what they got.
Talk us through, it wasn't the best of starts, was it? Unfortunate in the first period, going that goal down so early. Just a miscommunication with Johnny and the D? Yeah,
Johnny came out and stopped it. Obviously, he got handcuffed on whether to leave it or play it. And like I said, he does it 100 times. That happens once, and it ended up in the back of our net. But that was okay. We were okay with that. We'll get that back for Johnny.
And then show great character coming back and tying the game twice.
Yeah. Came back and, a miscue in the second one. We get caught on a offensive zone faceoff for a 3-on-2, and that's just a breakdown, and it's unfortunate. Again, we gave up a goal straight after we come back, and it's frustrating. But, like I said, it was a frustrating game for the standpoint of the players on both sides. I mean, we kind of countered each other out. We limited any speed coming through the neutral zone. It was a chippy game. It was probably a well coached game from both sides because we just didn't give up any chances. There weren't that many great chances, and that's why it's so frustrating. I mean, you get down to a 2-2 game with these things, 2 good hockey clubs, and so much on the line, and something like that has to happen. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I'm frustrated. I feel bad for my guys. I feel bad, but on the same token, we can't allow this to stop what we're doing here in the process. That's all we talked about, was we can't allow negativity set in. We can't feel sorry for ourselves because nobody else does. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that we're sitting here moaning about the refs. It's true. They don't. It's not going to change anything. It's just at the end of the day, you got to vent to somebody, and it's just I just wish the standard was better. The hockey's getting better, and I just wish it was getting better too. And I don't want to say too much. It's just so frustrating to lose a game like that.